Hey y'all, it's Casey and welcome to my channel. Today, y'all are gonna be meeting my son. We're also gonna go over a 2-week recap. I was gonna do this last week and do a 1-week recap, but the day I was gonna do the video, I went to the hospital, which that's gonna be in my next video when I talk about my labor and how that went. Because I was also gonna put that in this video, but it did not go as planned at all, so it's gonna be its own separate video. Baby boy is sleeping right now, so I'm gonna get him more towards the end, or if he wakes up during this video, then I'll go get him and show y'all and do a name reveal. And I'm also doing a room reveal, so that's gonna be towards the end of the video as well. So the past 2 weeks have been a blur.
So
we're getting about 6 hours of sleep a night, so it's not terrible, and then we're getting a good nap in during the day. For the most part, I'm just trying to stay hydrated and making sure I'm eating so I can produce food for my baby. So yeah, it's been a blur, but it's been a good blur overall. I have had some baby blues on and off, which all that really is for me is I get a little emotional and I'll cry randomly over something, or just cry over nothing. And it's really random. Right now I feel fine, but when I do have those really emotional moments, Grant is really good about helping me through them. It's me talk through them, and then I'll feel a lot better afterwards. We introduced baby boy to the fur babies and they did really well. It was a really slow process, like a few days of us slowly taking it step by step to introduce them, which I wasn't worried about at all. I felt like a slow approach was the smart and safe to get them more comfortable and make us more comfortable so we could fill out the vibe and see how they were reacting before they actually fully met him. What we did at first was we brought blankets home from the hospital that he was wrapped up in, and we had them sleep with the blankets because it had his scent on it. They would hear him crying, and that's when they would freak out the most, is when they would hear him crying. They've never been around a baby before, they've only been around toddlers, and so they would get really concerned and confused when he cries, which they've chilled out so much they almost like don't even react when he cries now. But Jay specifically, when I'm crying, he will try to comfort me and he'll get in my face and he's like, what can I do to like help you? And so it's very clear that he's trying to do the same thing when baby boy is crying as well. But like I said, they both chilled out a lot, and I can tell they're a little sad because I haven't been able to show them as much of attention, because I would like cuddle with them all the time on the couch or in the guest bed, and I haven't really been doing that. I have the past 2 days taken a nap in the guest bed with them, so that was nice. It made me happy. They're getting used to it and all is good there. Grant is doing an absolute amazing job. He's like super dad, and I'm just like, do I need to step up my game? He's definitely on top of the diaper changes. I am breastfeeding. I'm producing enough milk for him to eat, but as far as like making extra when I'm pumping, I haven't had much luck with that, so we haven't been able to bottle feed him to where Grant can help out, which I'm planning on pretty much just breastfeeding most of the time, but it would be nice if I could do something and Grant could bottle feed him in the moment or in the night or something. So it'd be nice if I could get like, I don't know, like 2 bottles, but maybe eventually, so we'll see. Sleeping overall has gone really good. We have a pack and play in our bedroom that has like a bassinet in it. We have been putting him in that next to me. He'll sleep about 2 hours, wake up to eat, and then that's kind of how it goes the rest of the night. There have been a few nights where he wakes up almost every hour or earlier to eat, and it's almost like he's not filling up, so he wakes up more often, and those have been rough nights, but overall, so good. It's been good. And then, like I said, he's napping right now, and he's been napping for a good minute, so hopefully he will go to sleep pretty easy tonight. As far as like me, how I'm doing mentally, I have had a few days where I've gotten overwhelmed because he wouldn't let me put him down. He would fall asleep in my arms, I would go to put him down, he would wake up, cry, I would pick him up, he would chill, repeated cycle. And it was just a lot, and it would just get to me. But overall, I'm doing good. I know a lot of people's concern after birth is postpartum depression. Like I said, I've only felt like I've gotten some baby blues, but other than that, I feel good. Okay, so now I'm going to do a name reveal, and our baby boy's name is Monty Grant Grisham. His first name is completely different from what we originally had picked out. We had 2 names picked out, and not even close. We were pretty set on one of those 2 names. My best friend's mom kind of named him. So she would call Grant Monty. She could not remember Grant's name to save her life, so she just randomly would call him Monty. So I told my mom that. I just thought it was hilarious, like nowhere near Grant. Like, where did Monty come from? So I told my mom about her calling him Monty, and she was like, oh, that's actually a family name of ours. And I'm like, what? And it turns out that it was my Nana's grandmother's name, Monty Cooper. And so that's like my great grandmother, and she spelt it M-O-N-T-Y-E. It was French, and yeah, it was my Nana's dad's mom's name. And then we also had another family member that was a boy named Monty, and I'm not too sure about that, but I know it was there. I thought this was completely random, and like, what a coincidence that would be a family name, and my best friend's mom randomly called Grant Monty. And so when I first found out I was pregnant, I didn't even know I was pregnant yet. When my Nana was passing away and I was saying my goodbyes, I told her that I wanted to name my baby after her, and which I'm not going to tell you the girl's name, but when I found out 2 weeks later after she passed away I was pregnant, I was like, oh, it's a girl. It's 100% a girl. And then, because I just was like, what are the odds? Like, that's so random that I would tell my Nana that, and then 2 weeks later I find out I'm pregnant. And I was pregnant at the time. I just didn't know it when I was telling that to my Nana. When I found out I was pregnant, I was like, for sure, 100% it's a girl. Found out it was a boy, I was like, okay, well, I don't know what I'll name him. I didn't even think about naming him after a family name or anything. And when we found out about Monty, I was like, wait, okay, so maybe I can still like honor like my Nana in some way and name him Monty, because my Nana actually wanted to name my mom Monty Cooper or Monty Scott, something like that. And then that didn't happen because my grandpa was like, nah. And then when me and my sister were born, she wanted one of us to be named Monty. And again, that didn't happen. I just felt like I had to name our son Monty. Like, it was too much of a coincidence, or like, I don't know, like, I don't really know how to put it into words. It's just, I had to. Like, Nana was there. Like, there was definitely something, like, I don't know what you believe spiritually, but like, I don't know. I feel like Nana definitely had something to do with that. Like, it's just too weird. Why would you call Grant Monty? That's just so weird. It's so random. So yeah, so Monty Grant Grisham. And we named him, his middle name, Grant, because Grant's side of the family, on his dad's side, they actually have this tradition where they take the first name of the father and put it in the son's middle name. So Grant has his dad's first name as his middle name. You get what I'm saying? So Monty Grant Grisham. Yeah, so I'm gonna go get Monty and show y'all him. Next video will be all about my labor. It also was a blur because I was in so much pain and so medicated, which I will get into later, but I'm definitely gonna have to like write everything out, because there are some things people will tell me and I'm like, what? Like, you said this, or I said that, you did this, I did that, like, I'm confused. So yeah, so that'll be next video. It's a lot. Okay, so I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get Monty. He's so tiny. Oh. We got him in his little bee pajamas. It's pretty chilly in the house. And he's just snoozing. Aren't you? You're just snoozing. I know you were waking up. Yeah? Here we go. Yeah, you've been asleep for a while. Oh man. The baby. Oh man. Yeah. So Monty Grant Grisham, everybody. He's such a tiny, tiny baby. They even were saying he was super tiny at the hospital. Are you about to cry? Yeah, because it's feeding time. Yeah, so he's been asleep for a while, so it is time for him to eat. So that is going to be it from me, and I hope all of you are doing well. Oh, he's a June Gemini. In case you care, I cared. I was wanting a June Gemini. Yeah, June Gemini. He's just snoozing. He was being very difficult yesterday. He would not let me put him down. We had some friends coming. We had some friends over, and my husband's best friend's wife helped me put him to sleep. She has 2 kids of her own, and she just like held him for an hour. And I didn't think my kid was gonna be like a binky kid, but you gotta do what you gotta do, and he took to it, so I took full advantage. Yeah. So that is it from me, y'all. Hope all of you are doing great. I will see you all next time. Just to explain his theme of his room, we just used a lot of the stuff that we already had Obviously there are some things that we bought, like the crib and the chair, but basically everything else is stuff I already had, and a lot of it is Native American animals and nature themed.